MacLaine is bigger than life. She is a force to be reckoned with, and she's big in everything she does. She's big in eating an ice cream sundae.
Hollywood legends captivate us with their on-screen brilliance, but sometimes the real drama unfolds behind the curtain of fame. Shirley MacLaine, renowned for her Oscar-winning roles and free-spirited approach to life, has long been the subject of whispering rumors, particularly surrounding her only daughter, Sachi Parker. For decades, tabloids and memoirs hinted at an unconventional upbringing, open relationships, and distant family ties. Now, Sachi's revelations have reignited the public's fascination, suggesting that these so-called ugly rumors might not just be idle gossip. Join us as we unravel this tale. A glittering career and fragmented home. Shirley MacLaine's illustrious career began when she stepped onto stages as a promising young dancer, eventually capturing the attention of Broadway enthusiasts. From dazzling performances in musicals to nuanced portrayals in dramatic roles, her trajectory showcased versatility and passion. Audiences adored her comedic timing, her spontaneous personality, and her willingness to push creative boundaries. Her fame soared even further when she transitioned to Hollywood, where major film studios cast her in roles that often pivoted between lighthearted romps and soul-stirring dramas. Amid this success, Shirley MacLaine also crafted a public image that radiated a carefree spirit and a strong independence. She was never shy about discussing her wide-ranging interests, from political activism and spirituality to metaphysics and extraterrestrial theories. Yet, those close to her hint that the seemingly buoyant exterior masked a distinctly private persona who preferred to dictate the terms of her life and relationships. Within her family, her brother, Warren Beatty, also rose to stardom. This shared fame turned them into a Hollywood dynasty of sorts, with glamorous connections and circles that included prominent actors, directors, and producers. Onlookers, caught up in the glitz, assumed the MacLaine-Beatty family lived a life of shared red carpets and cozy get-togethers. But behind that polished veneer, there were undercurrents of secrecy. Central to the story is the relationship between Shirley MacLaine and her daughter, Sachi Parker, born from MacLaine's marriage to a businessman named Steve Parker. From the outside, the couple's union seemed unconventional. They were said to have an open marriage, a choice many considered scandalous, particularly in more conservative mid-century Hollywood. Over time, the rumors took on darker dimensions, including allegations of prolonged neglect and outlandish beliefs that would leave any onlooker doing a double-take. As her stardom grew, MacLaine's duties on film sets and personal explorations often kept her miles away from her daughter. Tabloid headlines occasionally touched on these odd dynamics, but were overshadowed by MacLaine's comedic roles and her enchanting on-screen persona. That all changed when Sachi Parker's accounts, spread through interviews and a revealing memoir, threw these family secrets back into the spotlight. Suddenly, Shirley MacLaine was cast not just as a Hollywood luminary, but also as a mother under scrutiny. A childhood divided by distance.
My mother is Shirley MacLaine and the superstar. And I grew up in Japan, actually, with my father and his mistress. My relationship growing up with my mother, well, I can't say that I grew up with her, I didn't. However, the time that I did spend with her was extremely fun and extremely difficult.
Sachi Parker's earliest memories reflect a life split across continents. While most children rely on daily parental guidance, Sachi found herself frequently uprooted, particularly when she was sent to live in Japan with her father. MacLaine's hectic career purportedly kept her in Hollywood, tackling the demands of new productions. As a result, long-haul flights and unfamiliar caregivers became the norm for the young Sachi, who often navigated these journeys without her mother or father by her side. In Japan, Sachi resided with Steve Parker, whose lifestyle, by various accounts, was both lavish and unsettling. There are suggestions he relied heavily on MacLaine's financial support, yet Sachi recalls a childhood of emotional isolation. While cultural experiences might have provided her with exciting glimpses of a different life, the absence of a steady parental figure left her longing for the maternal connection she witnessed other children enjoying. The gap widened further when she discovered her father's personal relationships, such as a live-in companion, bore little resemblance to a conventional family atmosphere. As Sachi entered her teens, she spent parts of the year in European boarding schools, taking on additional responsibilities and challenges few of her peers faced. On promised visits, Shirley MacLaine appeared warm and excited at first, but the sense of novelty would reportedly wear off quickly, leaving Sachi to feel, in her words, like a burden after just a handful of hours. This pattern sometimes extended to special occasions, including holidays, when neither parent showed up, a reality that drove Sachi to lean on classmates and acquaintances for shelter. Once known simply as the child of acclaimed actress Shirley MacLaine, Sachi's identity grew increasingly defined by her sense of displacement. While Hollywood often frames stardom as the key to privilege, her personal situation told a different story. Far from benefiting from the royal status of her mother's fame, she found herself grappling with basic needs, transportation, emotional closeness, and reliable guidance. Meanwhile, the press occasionally singled her out, curious to learn more about the, quote, strange, elusive daughter of a Hollywood icon. Nonetheless, during that era, Sachi mostly kept her struggles concealed. The ugly rumors and outlandish beliefs. As she ventured into adulthood, the complexities of Sachi's parents' relationship extended far beyond living arrangements and busy schedules. The marriage between MacLaine and Steve Parker was not just open in principle, it gave rise to circumstances and stories that outsiders found extraordinary. Later revelations, mainly from Sachi, detailed bizarre allegations suggesting that MacLaine had been unwittingly manipulated by her husband. Some accounts claim he convinced her to funnel substantial sums of money to him under the guise of remarkable pursuits, including alleged space travel. Such stories sound almost too surreal for even Hollywood to conjure up, yet they circulated among those following the Parker-MacLaine saga. And MacLaine's well-documented interest in metaphysics and New Age philosophies fueled even wilder rumors. As she forged a reputation as a free spirit, open to spiritual exploration, critics seized on these eccentric claims, hinting that she might have been susceptible to tall tales woven by a cunning partner. Taken together, the scattered rumors painted a portrait of a mother who was either too preoccupied or too trusting to recognize potential deceit. For Sachi, watching this unfold only piled confusion atop existing feelings of abandonment. As the rumor mill spun tales of clones and orbiting astronauts, she found herself both incredulous and distressed. Rather than enjoy the safety net often associated with celebrity offspring, she recounted working odd jobs to stay afloat, claiming that financial support from her mother was scarce. Reports emerged that Sachi had to beg for what many families would consider basic parental support. During this period, the ugly rumors about Shirley MacLaine's domestic life became a constant backdrop to any mention of her public persona. Some longtime fans and media outlets questioned whether these rumors might be fabricated or exaggerated. As the stories spread, the press seized the chance to amplify the spectacle of a beloved actress with an apparently scandalous personal life. A complicated path towards resolution.
The reason I wrote Lucky Me is because I was at a crossroads in my life, and I really had a chance, I thought, to look at my life and try to overcome some of my baggage.
Even as the sensational aspects of this family conflict took center stage, Sachi Parker continued to seek answers, closure, and a sense of her own identity. In young adulthood, she attempted several times to establish a healthier relationship with Shirley MacLaine. But according to Sachi, the impact of her mother's stardom and personal philosophies often overshadowed any push for genuine understanding. Now it's time to hear from you. What was the most surprising part of this story? Let us know in the comments section below.